Well, as I said, we're glad that you're here with us this morning. My name is John. I'm one of the pastors here at Evangel. And if you're new with us this morning, we'd love to be able to give you a special welcome. We're glad that you're here. We've got a couple things I'd like to ask you to do. The first one is if you are new, I want you to take out your phone and text the word new to the number on the screen here behind me, 906-287-4300. We really would just love to connect with you and begin to share more with you about who we are here at Evangel and what we believe God has called us to. And also, if you're new, make sure you don't leave today without stopping by the Welcome Center, which is out by where the coffee and donuts are when you came through. We've got a gift there we'd like to give you. There's a mug, there's a bag, all kinds of goodies and things. So if you're new, or maybe you're brand new, or maybe you've come a few times but haven't stopped over there, I want to invite you to do that. We're glad that you're with us, and we've got a gift for you. We've also got a team here at Evangel that we call the Prayer Squad, and that team is devoted to praying for any prayer requests or praises that come in throughout the week. And so if you've got any prayer requests or praises that you'd like to share with that team, you can text the word prayer again to that same number on the screen behind me there, and we would be overjoyed to be able to go before the Lord with you. We also believe here at Evangel that giving is an important part of our worship, important part of what God has called us to do as His people. And there's a few reasons why we believe this is important as we look at God's Word. One is that we see God commanding His people to give a portion of what He's provided as a sign of our trust and our reliance on Him as the provider of all things. So this is something we do to help grow our faith and our trust in Him. And it's also something that we're called to do not because we feel forced, but because we want to share. And so we ask that we do this together as a sign of generosity and as a way to show that generosity. So there's a few ways that you can participate in that with us. If you've got physical gifts that you'd like to give, cash or checks, you can drop those in the offering boxes at the back of the room here as you leave. You can also mail checks into the address here at this building. You see that on the screen behind me as well. We also have a couple of ways that you can give electronically if that's convenient for you. You can go to evangelup.org/give. Or you can just text ECH Give, all one word, no spaces, to 77977, and that'll send all the instructions for how to do that right directly to your phone. However you choose to give, we're grateful for your generosity and your participation with us in what we believe God is calling us to do. We've got some things coming up that I want to share with you. First, this Wednesday, December 21st from 2 to 4 p.m., our middle schoolers and high schoolers are going to be gathering over at NARA for a time of sledding and hot cocoa and lots of fun. So if you have students who are in middle school or high school, we encourage you to bring them out to that. And this is a great event to bring friends to as well. It's really going to be a time of fellowship and fun, and so we hope to see lots of students out there for that on Wednesday, the 21st, from 2 to 4. And then, looking forward to Christmas Eve, we are so excited for this day every year. It's a great time of celebration and a time to be together as a church family. And so we're going to be having Christmas Eve services at 5:30 and 7 p.m. On Christmas Eve. And so we, again, want to just encourage you, join us for that. It's going to be a great time. This is a great opportunity to invite friends and family to join in as well. And here at Evangel, it's kind of a tradition of ours to identify and present to you as the congregation opportunities for a special offering during the Christmas season and specifically on Christmas Eve. And once again this year, we'd like to invite you to give toward the care ministry we are privileged to be a part of for Todd Neva and his family. If you don't know Todd has ALS, and also known as Lou Gehrig's disease. It's incurable, and as you might imagine, this comes with a lot of expensive, specialized care. And maybe you've never met Todd before, or you don't know who he is, but I guarantee you've seen some of the work that he's done as he serves and uses his gifts here at Evangel. All of our graphics for our different teaching series and things like that are all produced by Todd. Still to this day, he's still doing that work, and he does a great job with it. He also helps produce our podcast that we put out every week that goes out to the radio and things like that. And he is an amazing example of continuing to use the gifts that God has given him. And so we want to invite you to participate in that support of him and his family. There's lots of challenges that Todd and his family are facing at this time that honestly we can't do much to help with, but this is one thing that we can do to help support them and to help share our love with them. So if you'd like to join us, you can do that anytime from now all the way up until the end of the month. So just, decide how you want to do that. You can give the gift on Christmas Eve. You can do it anytime between now and the end of the month as well. Just a couple of details on that. If you do want to give towards supporting Todd and his family, just note in your checks, or if you give online, or if you want to do cash in an envelope or whatever, put a note on there that it's for the care offering. We just ask that you don't write Todd or the Nevas or anything like that in the memo line. So just in the memo line, you can write care offering, and they'll all go directly to them. And again, if you give online, there's a place that you can note that when you give there as well. So we're looking forward to seeing how God is going to use and multiply that offering to that family. And so we're inviting you to join us with that. And then next week on the next Sunday is actually Christmas Day. And so we've got something different planned this year than what we would normally do. So rather than gathering here like we are right now on Christmas morning, we've got a special live YouTube premiere video for our service that we've been producing. We've been working on for a long time now. You see this glorious image behind me here just as a little sample of what we've got in store for you. It's going to be a lot of fun. And the way this works is it's going to be on YouTube on Sunday morning, Christmas Day at 10 a.m. We're going to be premiering that. What that means is you can certainly watch it later on in the day, but if you come and log in and watch it with us live at 10, you'll be able to interact with us in the chat. We've got some fun things planned there as well. So we hope that you will invite us into your Christmas celebration that morning. And again, at 10 a.m., we're going to be premiering that. We've got tons of fun things planned in there. Our kids from our kids ministry groups they came in a couple weeks ago and did some singing and leading in worship, and so we're looking forward to that for that video as well. And we've also got some other fun things. I don't want to ruin the surprise for you, so make sure you join us for that. Fast forwarding past Christmas, on Sunday, January 22nd from 12:30 to 3:30, we're going to be doing something called PEAK. And the idea behind PEAK, it stands for Preparing, Exploring, Assessing for the Kingdom. Really what all this means is we're trying to help look at who God has made you to be as an individual. What are the gifts and talents that he's given you? How might he want to use you to serve the kingdom, to serve other people? And so this day is going to be all about digging into who God has made you to be. We've got a great guest who's coming in to help teach that. His name's Glenn Hirschberger. He is a part of the regional staff for Converge, which is the group of churches that we're a part of. And it's going to be a great time as we dig into this topic. So the lunch will be provided. You can sign up over at the Welcome Center, and we're really looking forward to that. I hope you'll join us. Whether you're already serving somewhere or not, this is an opportunity to see where God might want to use you. Today, after the second service, after this service, in the warehouse on the other side of this wall here, Pastor Travis is going to be meeting to talk about the youth summer missions trip that is planned and in the works for next summer. So parents and students, we invite you to join him for that to hear more details about what is planned for that. And then we also have a pizza lunch scheduled today. So this is something that all of you are invited to. It's a time for us to fellowship together and just enjoy each other's company. Great time for the kids to run around and play, get some energy out before you go back home. And if you'd like to join us for that, please just give us a quick heads up so that we can plan accordingly for the food. So the way that you can do that right now is you can just text pizza to 906-287-4300. Let us know how many people are going to be there so we can make sure we've got enough food. All right, that was a lot. I'm done now. That's it. We're going to continue worshiping together. So if you're able, would you stand and join us?